Remember, look for a pattern. Forward 100, right 90 degrees, forward 100, right 90 degrees, forward 100, right 90 degrees, forward 100. This is just like the square, but a diamond instead. Make sure you're looking at your clues. You have two angles, 120 degrees and 60 degrees, and your sides are going to be 150 pixels long. This is just like the square, except you're drawing a hexagon. The pixels are 100, the sides are 100 pixels, and the degree for the angle is 60 degrees. Notice there's no repeat loop being used yet. That sure would come in handy right about now. Okay, just like the last one, but now they're throwing the repeat loop in here for you. So now you have a new block to play with, the loop. This will repeat a set of commands. What happens if you loop 6 times? Okay, nothing to do there, but watch. Level 5. Using the repeat loop to make a flower. All right, so the question, how many times do you need to loop this diamond to draw the flower? I'm going to click start over so you can see this. All right, so here's the code that draws one diamond. But you need how many diamonds to make that flower? So you're going to take this repeat loop, wrap it around all of the blue commands that make up one diamond. How many times you need to repeat it? You have to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It ends up being 12. The answer is 12. And run. Okay. Now, notice how we simplified the diamond code by turning it into a loop. You can loop that whole sequence 12 times to draw the flower. Hint, you'll need it to turn 30 degrees after your diamond loop so that you don't keep drawing over the same diamond. So, let me click start over so you can see. So what that means, if you just click run, they gave you the code for one diamond, all right? But you need to repeat that 12 times. But it's a little bit different from the last level because if you don't turn, it's going to repeat it 12 times, but it's going to stay in the same spot. See? So what you want it to do is you want it to draw one diamond, and then you want to turn by 30 degrees. How do I know 30 degrees? Because it tells me up here, 30 degrees. You want to turn 30 degrees before you do another diamond. And it doesn't matter if you turn left or right because it's basically going around in a circle. So that if it'll just change the direction that it goes. So it's going to draw a diamond, it's going to turn 30 degrees, and then it's going to repeat. Okay, level 7. What do we have here? Okay, oh, that looks really tricky. Let's read the directions. Loop this hexagon 6 times to create this design. How many degrees will you need to turn each time? Hint, divide the number of degrees in a circle by the number of times you are looping. So let me click start over. Okay, so let's just run to see what they gave us. The gray code is what they give us. They gave us one hexagon. So we need to repeat that How many? This is very similar to the flower that we just did. We need to repeat that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, but we don't want it to draw 6 hexagons in the same spot. We have to have it turn before it repeats. So how many degrees do we have to have it turn? You could just guess, all right, or you can move this. All right, so you could do a guess and check. I am going to 30, 60, 90, 120. So if you know the answer to this question, how many degrees are in a circle? I happen to know that there are 360 degrees in a circle, and it says to divide that by the number of times you are looping. So if I'm looping 6 times, 360 divided by 6 equals 60. So my degrees is 60. Okay, level 8. A function is another program tool to help you avoid repeating yourself. This function draws a flower, so you can use it anytime you want to draw a flower. Use this and the new jump block to draw these flowers. Hint, the flowers are 150 pixels apart. So, all right, so what kind of code did they give me? They gave me a function. All of the code inside of this will draw a flower. And over here, when I hit run, it's going to draw a flower, which means that it's going to run that function. So I'm going to click run. And I'm going to get 1 flower. But the problem isn't solved yet because I need 3 flowers. So I don't want it to move forward, because if it moves forward, it will draw while it's moving. See that? What I want it to do is jump forward, which means that it won't draw. It will just jump. And the hint up here tells us that the flowers are 150 pixels apart. So I want it to jump 150 pixels. And that will draw a flower and jump to the next. I actually need 2 more. So I'm going to have this sequence repeat 3 times. Okay, this says here's a function called draw a shape that we've programmed to draw hexagons. Run the code to see what it does, and then experiment with the function to see what happens. So the function was given to you. Okay, so let me click start over. The function was given to us, where is it? Right down here, to draw hexagons and keep repeating. So the function over here will run when you tell the computer to run that function, right? By using this green block, draw that shape. So what the directions want you to do is just change the function to see what happens. So I know how to make a triangle. So what I'm going to do is make a triangle over here and see how that changes my code. So to make a triangle, you move forward. It doesn't matter how long your sides are going to be, but your degrees do matter. So I'm going to have my degrees change to 120, and I'm going to repeat that 3 times. So that makes a very small triangle, because 25 pixels is really short. So now I don't have to change anything in here at all. My code is actually changing because this green block is my function. And because I changed my function, when I tell the computer to draw that shape or run that function, it will change in my code. So let's see what I just did. Instead of a hexagon, it should now repeat triangles. And it does. So Don't worry if you don't understand that. I know that's tricky, and we will definitely work on that more in 4th and 5th grade. For level 10, you're going to create your own. So you have an empty function, and then you have the when run block, so you can really do whatever you want. You can keep it simple or make it complicated. So what I did over here in my function, I just had it draw a square. So draw a square, move forward 100 pixels, and turn right by 90 degrees. Repeat that 4 times. So that will draw 1 square. So over here, I put in run my function, which is to draw a square. But before you do that, set a pattern to a rainbow color, run my function, turn right by 60 degrees, and repeat 6 times. And that's how I created this. Okay, so you could change it by changing the degrees that you're turning. So let's try 30 and changing the number of times it loops. So it's going to be smaller together. So I need it to run a little bit more. So let me see if 8 is enough. It'll be closer together since your angle is smaller. So 8 was not enough. So I'm going to come up here and maybe try a 10. Let's see if that's enough. I have a feeling I might need 12 though. Oh, 10 is enough. No, it isn't. I'm missing a block right there. I'm going to go 12. 12. There we go. Full circle. Have fun. Create whatever you want to, and then click finish.